Hello, hello, hello. As you come in, please remember to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Um, always kick off your shoes, relax your feet, and let's get into it. So, I'm on a quick little lunch break, so I won't be on long. I just want to talk about this clip that was released today. And I'm sure all of you know which clip I'm speaking of, which is the Nell Fletcher and Stormy Steele clip discussing Martell's arrest. I am thoroughly disgusted. When I say thoroughly disgusted, I am thoroughly disgusted. Just the sheer fact that um, women are just so disrespected and unprotected is sickening. From the history of this show, from the history of Love and Marriage Huntsville, we know that they have a tendency to tell a story but leave out grave details. So the viewing audience only gets portions of what happened instead of a full, clear picture of what's actually going on. Um, and I hate that. I hate that they block out details of what happens, and the audience has to decipher from what they choose to show what's real and what's not. And I just know that they leave out a lot of details, and the protection of Martell is sickening. Another thing I had a problem with this clip is the fact that Nell Fletcher, who claims to be a friend of Melody, one, if you haven't spoken to Melody, why would you sit, even if a person asks you a question, pose a question to you, why are you sitting with Stormy discussing a situation as serious as, DB and an arrest with somebody that's not close to her? I thought that was disgusting. I don't see where that says friend. I'm not going to discuss something as serious as that and my friend is not present. I haven't discussed it with my friend, but I'm sitting here. I don't care if it is for a TV show. I'm not discussing that period with the likes of a Stormy. And I know that they don't have a great relationship and this is something serious. And the fact that they are diminishing Melody's experience with Martell when we've seen his actions the last few years, the fact that they are diminishing her experience and acting as if it's just a small problem that they can resolve. You cannot, when you are dealing with a narcissist, you can't reason with a narcissist. The best thing, and I'm a DV survivor, so the best thing that you can do, what I had to learn to do was keep a paper trail. Um, and Melody has never said that he was physically, abusive to her. I'm just speaking on my experience. I had physical abuse with my ex-husband. So what I had to do was keep a paper trail. When I decided to leave, any instance thereafter, after the marriage, I decided I was leaving that marriage, I would call the police. I would keep a paper trail. I would notify family just to make sure that I was covered, if the situation escalated any further. And so the fact that they are diminishing her experience, and we know that these people have daughters, um, they are mothers, they are sisters, I'm sure. Some, not everybody, but, their mothers, sisters, they have children. To diminish another person's experience because you don't understand it is, it's disgusting. I don't see what they don't understand. Um, this man has yelled at all of them. We saw him yell at Stormy last season. We saw him get in Nell's face last season. So, what don't you understand? We've seen these court documents. We've seen, him go live. We've seen him in interviews go off the rocker. So, I just don't understand what they don't understand. I don't understand why this is why the clips that they're giving us, of course I haven't seen the full episode, but I don't understand the clips that they're giving us. Why are these clips looking like nobody can possibly wrap their mind around what's going on with this divorced couple? and this man that can't seem to move on. Um, I don't get why everyone thinks that the text message, as much as they're on YouTube, as much as Stormy is on YouTube, and they know everything else that goes on the YouTube streets, but y'all don't hear those audio recordings. You all don't know, like, give me a break. I just cannot. And I deeply sympathize with Mel. I know that when I was going through my situation and when I decided to leave, my physically, mentally abusive, relationship, when I decided to leave, I knew that I would have naysayers. We were a young couple when we got together. We acquired a lot together. So that was part of the reason I stayed. He was Prince Charming at first. It was like those old Lifetime movies. When you first meet somebody and they are like your dream come true, cater to all your needs, attentive. We went on dates all the time. We were together all the time. And it's like as soon as, the wedding and the first pregnancy came, I have two children, but as soon as the first pregnancy came, um, it's like his mask fell off. He turned into his real self. And I had already committed to this relationship, and I was thinking, my children are 7 years apart. I have a 16-year-old and 9-year-old. They're, right at about 7 years apart. So, I was always waiting for that day where he would come back to what I thought I fell in love with. I was like, I was just holding out hope. So I endured. And again, to the public, we looked like the perfect couple. We had assets and, you know, I didn't want to let that lifestyle go. I haven't really shared much on my platform, but I grew up with a drug addicted mom. So, I think that was part of my traumas. I was wanting the world to see me that through my circumstance, I made it. I have this great career, I have this great family that I'm building. And in reality, behind closed doors, I was living a nightmare. Um, I was being physically abused. By the time I had my second daughter, I've always been a really small woman. I've gained weight now, and but when I was younger, I was, I just always had been quite a little smaller woman. And right after I had my second baby, like a size zero was falling off of me. I was just so stressed. And I knew I had to get out of that relationship. So by the time my baby turned 6 months is when I officially left for the last time. When I left, I did decide to put myself and my oldest in therapy, and, throughout the years, we've continued therapy from that situation. Those scars, they may heal, but sometimes they don't. It takes time to process going through all of that emotional and physical and mental abuse for so long. Um, and when I did decide to finally leave, you know, I I received so much hate from people that I thought would embrace me, um, as if I was trying to ruin him. He was in the military, like I was trying to ruin his reputation. I was the bitter evil, but there was a lot of infidelity in our relationship. So, people painted me as a bitter ex, jealous, when all I wanted to do was just get away from my children and not subject my children to that type of environment. I was, like I said, a size zero was falling off of me. My cup was empty. I had nothing else to pour. Um, when I finally did tell my family, I think they knew some things, but I wasn't forthcoming with what was going on in my home. When I finally decided to tell them, I do thank my family. They did rally around me. They were a constant support for me during that time. And I'm just thankful for the woman I am today. The woman I am today, and I am the woman I am today because of some of the things that I did endure. So, I just thank God for growth. I thank God for healing. And I thank God for, the future. I no longer live in my past. I take it day by day. And it's just hard to watch clips like that because I remember that. I remember people when I was at my lowest. I remember people, um, I just remember people not uh, trying to paint the picture to be something different. I remember people not believing me. And just, Nell, how can you say that you're a friend to someone and you're discussing them in that manner? I would always have a conversation with my friend first. DV in any capacity is wrong. And I just hate how this show is taking this situation so lightly. I hate how this show, and I don't want to get emotional, but I just hate how this show does not, I just send prayers and positive energy towards Melody and her children. And I know that she is a, strong woman, but I think we should always check on our strong friends. I think that we should always send prayers and positive energy that way, because people think that you're so strong that they forget that you're human sometimes. And I just hate how this show leaves blank spots. They don't fill in everything. They don't when you're a victim of something, it's just like you're the victim has to always get over it. The victim has to always heal. The victim has to always move forward. But what do we tell the people that are um, the AB users? What do we tell them? Do we tell them to stop? Do we stop coddling them? Do we stop trying to give them this image and tell them the truth and hold the mirror up to their faces? Like, what do we tell them? And hey, Jess, hey, sis, thank you for your kind words. I really didn't expect to get emotional because but I don't talk about my situation a lot, to be honest. I have on panels, but just in my real life, I don't talk about what I experience a lot because, um, as we've seen on those clips, a lot of people don't have the capacity to understand. They don't. Um, know what a lot of people just don't understand what you endure, the toll it takes on you, the stress it causes you, and you have to start holding people to the fire. Like I said, I did a paper trail, and you have to, every time he would come pop up to my house unexpected, I would call the police. There was a situation once where he, tried to snatch my baby out of my hands. Mind you, I told you I left when my baby was still, she was 6 months. She was still really small. He tried to snatch my baby once, and people don't, just because you don't broadcast it on social media or, scream it to the rooftops what you're going through, it is not for people to tell you what to do in your situation to protect yourself and your home and your family. So I just want to send a lot of love and positive energy. I'm on my lunch break, so this won't be long, but I just want to send a lot of love and positive energy to anyone that may be experiencing this. To anyone that doesn't feel like they have someone to listen or someone to understand. It's not a joke. It's not a game. It's so many women that are unalived. And we're watching this in real time, and we think because it's a TV show, it's for entertainment. And I would just like them to respect victims more, to not look at the entertainment aspect as much, even though I know that this is a TV show, but to actually consider their emotional well-being, their family, and to sit there and I just that was for me, that was a hard scene to watch. It may, for some people it's just like, some people may feel anger. That scene was sad for me. It was sad to watch. It's sad to watch people call themselves your friend, and before they have a conversation with you, they have a conversation with someone that's not even your friend. And this is not, that's not entertaining to me. And this is why I am on the fence about this season. I wholeheartedly support Melody. I wish her success in whatever she chooses. But this is why, by Saturday, I have to decide if this is something that I want to. I don't even like really. I know I've been covering it lately, but thank you, love, keep. And again, I don't know why I'm so emotional because usually I'm okay, and I'm okay. It's been my daughter is 9 now. It's been almost 9 years. It's been like 8.5 years. And we've made so many positive strides. I'm trying to, in this season, I'm trying to, hey, love, seen, heard. I'm trying to, build a positive rapport with my kid's father. It's been a long road, but I just, I don't know. I seeing that scene, I guess it took me back. Um, it took me back to that time when I knew people were so people were judging me and making me feel like I was wrong for escaping or wrong for standing up for myself. Hey, CDW. And I don't know, I just want women to, or victims in general, I just want people to understand that it's okay. You will have naysayers, you will have people that don't understand, you have people that will handle things differently for you, but you always have to, always make sure you do what's best for you and your family and your situation. And I just would hope that the show would be more responsible. I know that we spoke last year about how irresponsible they were with drug addiction. And, uh, and as I previously stated, my mom, was an addict. So that was part of my traumas. Again, that was part of my traumas and part of me staying because I wanted to prove so bad to the world that I was making it, that I was out here, doing it. I came from this, but look at me now. And I stayed in an abusive situation way too long. My son was 7 watching his mother be abused. Um, and I've always kept my son, therapy is a big part of our lives. My daughter is now 9 and she has never, witnessed it. Again, she was such a small child, but I have her in therapy now. Just nothing has to be wrong to go to therapy, just so people learn ways to deal with things, and that therapy is ways to deal with things, and that therapy is okay, you know. So yeah, it was just that was a hard scene for me to watch, and I just hope that the network, the production company, the castmates take a look at themselves and are responsible in what they present this season. I can't say from, a few clips what will happen in the season, but I hope that everybody is responsible. Um I hope that everybody um I hope they don't, dogpile this one woman for choosing herself. And it's okay to choose yourself. It is okay. I think a lot of women, especially in the South, I've said this before, and I don't mean to offend anyone, because I'm originally from Detroit. But, I have my family in Detroit and my family here in Georgia. And what I notice a lot, Southern, and this could just be my experience. In the South, husbands and marriage, you're taught to value marriage, like grow up, get married, and you accomplish something as a woman. Um, And, my aunts in the north, my aunts are married up north, most of them. Um, but they were career driven, independent women. And I just see in the South, like we're watching a lot of people ask about Tisha. Maybe that was how she was raised, to value her union over self. A lot of people aren't taught to understand you have to be a whole person. You're whole by yourself. And a lot of people aren't taught that. You think they'll play in our faces again? I just don't know if I don't know. I don't know. I'm still on the fence. I don't know. I don't know about this season because for that scene to trigger me that bad, and that's not even like, To some it's not even, it probably is not even that serious, but that scene was triggering for me because I just know how it feels to try to tell people how you're feeling, what you're going through, and for them to minimize it because they don't understand. And for Nell to be a mom, um, I just would wonder, would she want her daughter to go through that? So it's just, it was a hard scene for me to watch. Um, and it took me through so many emotions so fast. Um, it was just really hard for me. So I don't know if I want to subject myself to that. There's so many other ways to be of support. I don't know if I want to subject myself to that. And I agree with what anybody wants to do as far as watching this show. Because I'm undecided, honestly. But that's all. I just wanted to come on, share a little of my story, let women know that you can overcome it. It is okay if the world doesn't understand. It is okay to choose self. It is okay. Being single is not the end of the world. I wish love and abundance for everybody. And if you so desire love, I hope that it finds you or you find it. But it is not the end of the world to be a single woman. I know Martell got on his live and, denounced single womanhood and, single women are bitter. And even though he's a single man, even though he made Melody a single woman, even though he went out and had a baby with a single mom, so um hey bro. Um, and I just want to send love. I want to send love to people, even in the season that you don't feel love. I want to send love. You know, I don't know. I kind of ran out of words. I'm still just, this was a lot for me. Um, so I just wanted to come on for a minute. I think Martell is trash. Um, and I don't understand why they are so hell bent on giving him I just don't know. I don't understand why they're so hell bent on his voice. Um I don't know. I don't That part I don't understand. I don't understand why they want Martell to um why everybody is seemingly questioning Melody, but nobody's questioning Martell. Um why is nobody questioning, he was arrested. So people, when it comes to them and what they have going on, they'll be quick to call the police and I'm going to file a report, or I'm going to call the police for this. But when it's somebody else, why are we questioning their methods of protecting themselves? I don't know. It's a lot. Love and Marriage Huntsville is a lot. I don't think, hey Tawana, how are you? I don't think this show has the capacity to deal with um the issues that this former couple is facing. Um I don't think I honestly think the show is part of the reason that Martell is deteriorating so fast mentally. I think because they want so much entertainment and shock value and ratings that they keep pushing him out and keep promoting him, that they're not realizing that in real time, um, you're causing him to mentally derail and wreak havoc in his children's lives, in his ex-wife's life, because I don't know if he knows reality from the TV show from, reality at this point. Um, I just don't know, because he did make a statement that this is, he's acting. So if you're acting, how do you end up in jail? If you're acting, how do you end up with these allegations against you in these court documents? Like, I feel like he's detached from reality in a sense. And I do think that the show is, CDW. I know a lot of people, you have people, everybody has a different opinion on the show. And again, I respect everybody's opinion, but I wouldn't be mad either. Like, I'm part of me, like I said, I guess because I am a survivor and because I am a supporter, I don't feel like I'm trauma bonding. because I usually, like I said, I usually am not this emotional, but I think that I'm kind of over the show. I did want to see Melody full circle all the way through to the end. But I just don't think that the production company and OWN has the ability to show this story in the light that it should be shown in. To me, it seems like a lot of protection for the abuser, and I can't get with that. Yeah, they have given Martell way too many passes. And no one should be subjected to abuse, especially going to work. You're trying to make, you're just trying to make a living. You've asked for certain boundaries, and it seems like they don't have the ability to give Melody those boundaries that she's asked for. So yeah, it's a lot. This was very triggering for me. Um, I still haven't seen Mel promote the show. I'm still trying to wait and hold out to see if she'll be like she's okay. Um, but yeah, this was a lot. And I was one of those people holding out for Nell Fletcher. And that kind of tore me, that kind of like solidified it for me. Like, mm-mm. Don't get in the green screen and try to clean up what you already said. I feel like when she was talking to Stormy, that was her real authentic feeling. Don't get in front of the green screen after some time has passed from that scene and try to clean it up. So yeah, I think I'm kind of over Neil Fletcher. So yeah, this show is just I ask everybody to protect their mental health. I send you all love and light. Um, yes, yes, love seen heard. Let me see if I can. Y'all know I'm trying to figure out this. Oh, I got your comment up here. I'm trying to figure out StreamYard. I wish I could learn how to put up pictures and everything, but I'll get there. Love Seen Heard says it is like I was saying yesterday. The show could have been a PSA for a lot of things, but they prefer the negative, and I agree. Like I said, last year with Kiki, they focused so much on Kiki and Tisha, family drama when they could have talked about drug addiction. That would have been so pivotal for the show. Um, and I don't think they gave Kiki a fair chance to talk about, overcoming or the obstacles or whatever was on her heart to speak about regarding her addiction. I don't think they gave her the space to talk about it. She was just pegged as an addict that couldn't get better, and she was still using, and she was really never able to clear whether she took a test or not. She was never able to give her side of her story, and I just, this show misses the mark a lot. This show misses the mark a lot. We're dealing with this season. We're dealing with DV, and instead of them, and I don't know yet, but as I stated, their history is that they leave in gaps for the viewers, the viewing audience. If you don't know what's going on, they paint the picture that they want you to see versus what's really going on. They don't give a whole lot of backstory so that people watching the show can understand what's really going on. um, and again, I'm just sending lots of love to Melody, her kids, Miss Van, Marcus, anybody in her family that has to watch this, any survivors, any DV survivors um, that may be triggered by this. Know that I'm sending you love and light. Know that I am praying for you all. And I'm praying for Melody that she gets the outcome that she wants. Um, and I hope one day that Martell gets the help that he needs, because he clearly is in need of help. He clearly is mentally unstable, and it can only worsen when you don't have people around you to tell you what state you're in. If they keep putting you on the show, paying you, giving you money, and wanting you to show up in front of the camera, I don't see how that's helpful to a person that is mentally unstable, to a person that has been arrested, to a person that, um, has abuse allegations involving their children. I don't see how this is helpful. So I don't even understand the how it goes from the network being liable for some of this. If it just completely gets out of hand, because everything is not for entertainment purposes. So, again, sending love. Thank you all for joining me. It is my lunch break. I just wanted to come on for a minute. I was very triggered by that post. Thank you, everybody that sent some positive vibes my way. Thank you all for your comments, your interaction. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it. I do need to cook a little dinner for my children real quick while I'm on break. So I am going to get out of here. Um, and, get in the comments. Let me know. Will you be watching? How do you feel? Um, what are your thoughts on this season? What are your thoughts on this scene and this clip with Nell and Stormy? Why is Stormy so invested? I didn't get to that. Why is Stormy so invested? Why? I that child, that's a conversation for another day. Why is Stormy so invested this in Mel and Martell's business? Thank you, bro. Can't wait till you come on. And you all have a great day. I hope that thank you, love seen heard. I can't wait for yours. And I know that it will be, from your last live. And if you all go follow Love Seen Heard, she was doing a help um she read an excerpt from a book and she was talking about mental health on her platform. And I think we need more of that. We don't have a lot of people just talking about mental health and um, just pushing through and moving forward on these platforms. And it was so refreshing to be on your live and to hear all of that. So I can't wait. Yes, we're gonna review together, bro. I don't know. Hopefully I can get through the season. Hopefully I can get through the season. But we'll see. Um, yeah, Martell is a lot. I don't even know why he's still on the show, y'all. I do not know. Um, I hope that Carlos King can sleep at night with what he's putting out here. I hope that it's worth it to him what he's doing with this show. Um because the fact that Melody at that podcast told him she poured her heart out to him kind of, and this is what I'm seeing so far from these clips. I'm in shock. But let me get out of here. I gotta go ahead and try to hurry up and cook something for my kids before I'm off of break. Thank you all. Talk to you next time. See y'all in somebody's chat later on. Thank y'all for joining me. Love y'all. Goodbye.